One of the first sites we visited was the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park, where Martin Luther King and his wife Coretta Scott King's graves lay. Calm, beautiful blue water flows down a set of stairs, highlighting one of his most famous quotes into a sea of blue that surrounds their graves. Right beside their graves is an eternal flame. It signifies the everlasting efforts of those fighting for justice to this day.
The Battle of Atlanta took place there. So it was Confederate soldiers, Union soldiers, fighting for our rights. And when Morehouse was being built, in that grass, they found ashes and remains of those who fought for us and those who fought against us. And just to commemorate the passing, but also the lives that were taken to ensure our freedom, you're not allowed to step on that grass until you're in the process of graduation.
I was extremely empowered to see how much work has been done by civil rights activists, civil rights leaders, and the foot soldiers behind the movement. And I feel, after visiting so many museums, I feel empowered and encouraged that things can change and that we do have the power to see social progression in our lifetime.
You can't pick and choose when you want to be a leader. Just like Dr. Martin Luther King, there was times where he was afraid that, his little daughters were gonna get killed, his whole family was gonna get hurt, but he knew he was a leader, and he couldn't just stop being a leader because of those things,
I seen the unjust that was going on in that time, and I understood it in a deeper level. Some were the freedom riders and how they got lynched everywhere they went. The cells that they were getting put into and how they wasn't being protected properly. The Brown v. Board education.
Definitely first the Birmingham Civil Rights Museum. Seeing how segregation was in a physical way, like seeing the white and colored water fountain was really impactful because it gave me like a visceral reaction to see how people were actually treated in the 50s and prior to that and even now.
And actually being in the place where those marchers walked and looking across over the bridge into the water and thinking about the fact that when they were walking, like, they were scared of being thrown in.
We walked over so carefree, but not like 50 years ago, people were getting beaten and tear gas were being thrown at them for walking across that bridge, so it really made me thankful for their sacrifice.
through visiting different museums and hearing the stories of different people, and even like live stories of those who've actually experienced many of these marches and many of these horrible events, has been very inspirational to keep fighting on and finding ways in which I can impact the historical events happening now and seeing myself as a leader.
The Legacy Museum was without a doubt the most moving museum we visited, from sculptures of slaves at the bottom of the ocean to jars of dirt from lynching sites. The mere feeling of knowing that I was on the site of a cotton warehouse was gut-wrenching.
It was a wall of quotes that basically had the last words of black people that were hanged, and one of them was like, he asked to pray to God before he got hanged, and after that he said, I'm ready. Just like how normal it was back then, where he really just accepted death and put up no fight. It was really scary.
That they faced many terrors. They were brutalized with beatings, bombings, lynching, and threats. And they always had the choice to give up, let their wounds tear and break them. But that wasn't the case. They stuck with their principles of nonviolence, kept marching, and kept going and wanting to change for their equal rights.
If I'm fighting for justice, you best believe I need to fight for every kind of justice. Equal rights, voting rights, job equality, every single right, I have to fight for it because I decided to fight for rights, and so I need to fight for every kind of right there is.